Hi, this is Theresa Key, and today I want to share with you a few strategies on how to build your list using free online groups and communities. It's day 4 of the Dream Team Leadership 10-day Bootcamp series. But first, I got to refer back to the first 3 days in this series. First day, if you've missed it, Mr. Adrian Hines shared with us ways to find the best solo ads online. In day 2, Mr. Roger Silvera shared how to use social media to build your brand. And then day 3, Bilal Rahim shared with us how to find low-cost banner ads. So be sure to check out Dream Team Leadership at dreamteamleadership.com for more information and check out all the videos in this series. Some fantastic leaders and fantastic information that you're going to get completely free. Okay, so a little bit about me. I am a home business owner, internet marketer, loving wife and mom. And I came online a couple years ago, straight out of a MLM. I was actually very frustrated because I had gone through my list and I had essentially, bugged my friends and family to join me, and I just ran out of contacts and information and out of gas, and I felt like there was a better way to do this. And then I discovered internet marketing. So after discovering all the different techniques and the different ways of doing things, I never looked back. So today I'm going to share with you how to build your list using free online groups and communities. So let's get started. So the 4 things you're going to learn and take action on today. Number 1 is the most inviting way to build your list using Facebook. And then number 2, the fastest way to build a list using Google+. Number 3, the professional way to build a list using LinkedIn. And then lastly, number 4, the easiest way to generate a list using Ning. So you might be asking, why do you or anybody else, why would you need this information? It was a number of things. You can sell stuff online. You can pack your on or offline events. You can promote them online. You can promote offline events as well. You make money online, internet marketing, affiliate marketing. It makes you look popular. You can get more fans to your friends' list and to your fan page. Have more fun online, be social. But the bottom line is you're going to be building your email list. So let's get started. The most inviting way to build a list using Facebook. Facebook is kind of tricky right now because we got all kind of information flowing. We have news feeds and like minute by minute commentary on the right hand side. We have groups on the left hand side. So it's a real busy environment. But you can take advantage of all that's going on and make yourself stand out by just, employing a few simple techniques that have to do with events and groups. So let's start with events. When you create an event, what you're doing is you're setting up a specific date and time. And the great thing about events is that they show up in the corner of the screen. So anyone who's invited to the event, they kind of get a reminder that it's about to go on. Your event is about to go down. So Facebook is kind enough to alert everyone that an event is happening, and it's up to the minute. It keeps track of when the event is going on and lets everyone know. So you can schedule your event based on the date and time. You can let them know that it's online or even offline, and you can give the details. You can make the event public, and you can show a guest list on the event page, which means that you can show people who have said yes, no, or maybe, or you can hide that event or guest list if you feel that you don't want to show who your guests are. So as you can see here, I've been invited to a number of events, and I really, I may not have had knowledge of it. But great thing about being invited to events is that it opens up a new opportunity for you to network and meet people. So literally, you can go down the list and join all the events that you've been invited to, and you can kind of pop in and say hello to everyone who's there. You can say whether or not you plan to attend, or you're going to, maybe say maybe if you're not sure. And then once you're inside, you have access to leave comments. You can post, you can put links, you can place photos or videos. It's not a place to spam and maybe promote directly what it is you're trying to promote. You should take a look at the event and see what everyone else is talking about. Check out their tone and just get to know people and allow them to get to know you. And then you can go ahead and add them as a friend. So it's kind of a three-step process. If you're creating your own event, you can create the event, set the date and time, and invite your friends. But if you're joining an event, make sure you join it with the whole thought that you're going in to be social and you're going in to network and meet people. That way people will, they will get curious about who you are, and you won't put anyone off by trying to spam them in any kind of way. The next thing is that's important in Facebook is groups. Groups is more of a long-term solution. Events is a temporary thing. It's very date specific. Once the event is over, you don't see the notification anymore. But with the group, it's like almost like a container. So you create a group, you can join a group, and that group doesn't go away. It just stays. So what you can do is you can create a group, give it a title, add members. You can make that group open, you can close it, or you can make it a secret. Now, closed groups are pretty good because people can see who's in it. It's kind of like a who's who list. You can see the photo and the name, but you can't see the actual post. And then an open group is where you can open it up, and when someone posts, it goes out to the stream, and everyone can kind of see the post. And then of course a secret group, no one knows that it exists, and it's just there for your members only by invitation. And you can do pretty well with either format, whatever you feel most comfortable with. So here's a group that is a secret group, and the reason that it's secret is because of the topic. I didn't really want everyone knowing who's in the group because we're talking about weight management and things like that. But as you can see, there's about 57 people in this group, and they are in a private environment where they feel safe talking. And so we're able to share information, share our ups and downs and things as we are exercising. And as you can see, the name of this group is Eat to Live, because everyone is kind of in there looking for more information and support regarding exercise and health and wellness. So here are a few things to remember. People love being social. They love being social on Facebook, and often they don't really want to be hit up all the time for sales and marketing. So try to get to know people before you share any marketing details with them, unless it's a time sensitive event and then you want to invite them. Allow them to decide whether or not they want to attend. Facebook groups is a long-term solution where you create a group and it's very specific to the needs or wants of the attendees, whereas the Facebook event is a short-term solution where you can create an event, invite people, encourage other people to invite people. The event pops up in the corner of the Facebook interface, and it alerts people that the event is about to happen. And it's a good way of getting your name out there for those who log in and they actually maybe check their email. They'll know that an event is about to happen. So it's a good marketing tool. Get to know people and allow them to get to know you, and you'll succeed at building your list in Facebook. Next, the fastest way to build a list using Google+. Google+ is fairly new, and I think over the summer people were really jumping on board Google+. And if you got on board early, there was this whole mystique this thing about getting an invitation, and so it's kind of mysterious. But Google Plus is a great environment. It's very different than the Facebook environment. As you can see, it's a clean design, not a whole lot of clutter, and there's some pretty neat features that they've built in that allow it to be very easy, very user friendly. So for example, at the top row here we have these icons. One is for the home screen, one is for images, and the one that has the blue and red circles, that's the one that we're going to focus on today. As you can see on the left hand side, it says that I have 64 people in my circles. So I'm going to show you exactly what that means. These are circles. And in the circles, you can name the circles, you can add people to circles, drag and drop. Likewise, people can drag and drop or add you to their circles. So right now, for this particular test group, I have named a few of them. I've named a few groups here, like Internet Marketers, MPP, Mix, Family, Following, and My New Friends. So when you click on a circle, you can see all the attendees, and you have the opportunity to kind of reach up to any of those photos, grab the photo, and drag it to the circle, and that will add the person to the circle. And it's kind of neat because you can send out communications to either circle. I could have sent out a communication to the 44 people in my Internet Marketer circle, and it would only go to them. Or I could go to my family circle and it would only go to those 7 people. So as you can see here, it's a graphic interface. So all those people are in that particular circle, and they're all internet marketers, and I can communicate directly with them. The Facebook or groups is very similar to the Google Plus circle in that respect. So here are a few things to remember. Like I said, people love being social. Google Plus is fairly new, and if you set yourself up correctly, people will start to see you in Google Plus, and they'll just start adding you daily without, a whole lot of effort on your part. It's drag and drop groups, very different than Facebook. You just drag and drop the photo, and they're in a circle. Like before, like I said, get to know people, let them get to know you, and you'll build your list, and you can communicate directly with those people using Google Plus. Next, the professional way to build a list using LinkedIn. So as you know, LinkedIn is a bit of a professional network because when it started out, it was based on your association with your work history, your resume, places that you've worked. So LinkedIn, I consider it the professionals environment. And it's gotten a bit more social over the years. You can see here where I posted, I'm hosting an online business mixer. You're invited, free gift cards and appetizers. That that space allows anyone to post an update, and everyone in your, I guess, sphere of influence or circle of contacts will see your post. And as I zoom in closer, 87 people will get that message. And it can also go out to Twitter, and I can attach a link, and I can make it visible to either just my friends or to anyone. So it's a very, very clean interface. And like I said, it's a professional network. So you want to make a post there that is engaging and something that a professional network would appreciate. Now, one of the things that is very, I guess, unique to LinkedIn is that they have featured groups, and these featured groups are professional networking groups. You can join these groups, and they even give you recommendations based on your interests, similar groups as well. So if you think about it, if you are a part of a college group, an alumni group, any other professional networking group, you can probably find them. You can probably find them on LinkedIn and join them. You also have an option of creating a group, and I'll talk a little bit about that next. You can click on create a group. As it says here, LinkedIn groups can help you stay informed and keep in touch with people that share your interests. Create a group today. So imagine if you have something in your professional, your work history that you're very passionate about. Let's say you were a part of a group of marketers, and you guys marketed, tube socks. So you can find a group of people who have this similar interest, and you can form a group based on that. So here's the interface for creating a group. You can give your group, you can upload a logo. You can acknowledge that you're the logo owner. Give your group a name. You can give it a type, and this is very exciting because you can say that it's an alumni group, a corporate group, a networking group, a nonprofit group, and that's helpful in allowing people to find you online when you give it a group type. And then, of course, you can create a description and a summary, and you can also include an offline website address. And then towards the bottom, here's where it gets interesting, because you can allow people to join automatically. As soon as they see your logo and description, they can click to join your group if your description itself is really engaging and it invites people to join. Or you can have them send a request to join, and you have to formally approve their request. Either way, you're going to be able to build your list using LinkedIn and this whole group setup. And you can tweet your announcements out to the rest of the world about this new group that you formed. You can make it a members only group, or you can open it up to the general public as well. So, you can have discussions within your group once it's created. You can also poll your members and, keep up the conversation and get them going. And you can also invite other people outside of your members area, of your member group, to join your group. So here is something to remember. LinkedIn is a professional environment, so you want to make sure that you're creating content, or you're creating groups that appeal to that professional environment. It's very different in that sense than Facebook, because you have social and you have family and friends on Facebook, whereas you may not have a lot of friends and family all kind of in one place on LinkedIn. You can join groups, or you can create your own. People enjoy being social on LinkedIn as well, but you have to be careful because you don't want to come across with too many advertisements or too many promotions on LinkedIn. You have to be very careful so that you also get positive feedback, and you make sure that you just hold it in the highest regard. And lastly, the easiest way to generate a list using Ning. Ning is a social community, and there are hundreds of Ning sites. So you have an opportunity to join a variety of Ning sites, and some of them are free, some of them are paid, and some of them require some type of approval. But on the free ones, you have an opportunity to join them, and there's a basic setup. For example, here's an example of one of my Ning communities, and it just shows you the basic layout of the community with events, discussions. You have your own page, members. You can see other groups and blogs on that particular network, and all of the Ning communities have the same functionality, even if they look different. So within the Ning area, you can check out up and coming events. Now, if you can imagine, events on Facebook have a time stamp on them, and they'll come and go. Likewise, with Ning events, you can create an event and alert everyone about the date and time as you would in a Facebook event. But it's a little different because the Ning communities are, I guess you would consider them private communities. Therefore, it's more of a closed environment, a captive audience. So when you create an event within your Ning community, you're talking to people that have a specific interest. So what you do is you click and create an event, and you let people know within the community that you're about to do something. For example, in this example, how to build an online business webinar. So let's say I was going to do a webinar. I'd create an event to let those inside of the Ning community know that I was going to have this webinar. So this is a way to pull people into your personal list, although you're a part of a Ning community. These people are coming to hear you speak at your webinar or whatever event you're looking to host. So just remember that events are attractive, and Ning communities can vary with regards to subject matter. You can join all types of Ning communities. It's kind of wide open. Within the Ning communities, you can create subgroups or groups, which is a great thing, very similar to Facebook. And then the most important thing is that you can create events on your Ning sites as well. Any Ning site that you belong to, you should have access to create events, and you can invite your new friends within Ning to join you and listen in on your events and attend your events. Be sure to be engaging and let people know where to find you online as well. As with all these free online communities, everyone should have an idea that you're connected to the community, but also find subtle ways to let them know that you are available offline as well, or you have a blog, or you have some other form or some other way to contact you. So like I said, this is day 4 in the 10-day Dream Team Leadership Bootcamp. Be sure to check out the other videos that are coming your way. Be sure to go to dreamteamleadership.com and make sure that you are getting these videos, because this is going to be awesome, awesome, awesome. Again, this is Theresa Key. Thanks so much for your time, and you take care. Bye-bye.